I tell you, me and this live stream, I don't know. I tried to set it up as an event and so that everybody could, come in through that screen. I don't know what I did, but I had to come in another way, but here we are. What I want to talk about today is what's called the girl. Kind of, don't ask me what I don't know what I did. I don't know why it didn't work. I tried to use Google Hangouts and I something's wrong. But hey, everyone, welcome back. We're going to do it again. This probably won't take too long, but I see uh, my moderators are in the house. So they keep things under control, keep the knucklehead level down. But the other day I was talking about a situation where uh, a woman was talking about dating, um, go asking a friend of hers if she could date her ex. And a lot of women were just really upset at me. They were like, how can you say that? And, I couldn't be friends with her anymore and this and that. And I never said that you couldn't, there was some miscommunication or misunderstanding there about, my point. But my issue had nothing to do with the friendship between the two women and, whether you chose to maintain it or not. It had to do with these women's desire to prevent the friend from dating or anyone that they knew really from dating the man that they had because they felt like that was a violation. And I'm like, a violation of what? How's that a violation? Because you are through a dude. And if I wish I could figure out, I went outside and somebody had set this couch outside, right? This thing is worn and it's old. It's got a couple of holes in it. I just this thing is like beat up. A little raggedy brown couch. And I took some pictures of it and stuff, which like if I edit this video, I'm gonna include them in there. But I'm looking at this and it was a perfect example of what I was talking about. Uh when I say that, you have to be through with stuff. Don't no questions yet. Yes, email them. That's good. Um, okay, so here's somebody who had this couch, right? I'm sure this couch has wonderful memories associated with it. It looked like at one point it was very comfortable. And, they probably have like some great family times with the whole family squished on there watching movies and eating popcorn and laughing and playing board games or, the couples cushioned up there, cuddled up and talking and stuff. And, maybe even doing some other more adult things. The family's coming over, everybody's sitting on this furniture. I mean, all of the stuff that we own has memories associated with it, right? But at some point, when something is it no longer makes sense because it's worn out, right? It no longer provides us with the benefits that it once did. It no longer meets our needs. It no longer fits who we are and our lifestyle and our home or nothing. It doesn't work for us anymore, right? It just doesn't work. That's why that couch ended up there out at the curb. That's why it ended up at the curb. And like I said, even though, looking at it, you could tell at one point it was a very loved thing. That's why it's so worn, because obviously it was an important part of this household. But they let it go. And they let it go because it's not what it once was, and it no longer meets their needs. From my perspective, that is the same thing that happens in a relationship. Okay. Whether he breaks up, because someone asked me, well, how would you feel? Would it be the same as if, he broke up with her? It doesn't matter who did the breaking up. The relationship is over. See, I'm a bottom line person. No matter what all this fluff is you have at the top and your 9 million excuses and your rainbows and rockets and all this shit that's up here, when you funnel all that down, the bottom line is this shit's over. Okay, it's over. You're broken up. It don't matter what happened, who did it, who said it, who made the move, who did file for divorce. None of that matters anymore. What matters is that the two of you are no longer together. Okay, you're over here, he's over here. Now, if someone that you know feels like they would be a better fit for this thing that you now deem to be old, worn out, wholly, useless, non-functional, don't work for you no more, right? But they find some value in it. Why would you get in your feelings about that? See, that's what these women were doing. Well, I couldn't be friends with her. Nobody was saying that you had to, but the way that you sang it and the attitude that you have behind it shows that you have all kinds of emotions connected to it. I admitted in that video that it might throw some awkward situations. Um, because like, you bring them to a family dinner or whatever. Last year he was there with you, and now this Thanksgiving he's sitting next to somebody else. Well, that might be confusing for your relatives. But if you don't care, then what's the big deal? And especially if this is just a friend, chances are you're not going to really see her that much anyway. You two would see each other, but you wouldn't necessarily see her when she was with him. And if that makes you more comfortable, then do that. But my thing is this: nignogs come and fucking go. You know what I mean? And as far as this girl code goes, you laying down listening, don't fall asleep. As far as this girl code thing goes, and I'm gonna talk about some more about this probably on the weekend because I have my own list of girl code things, and this ain't on the list. Okay. To me, anything that concerns a man and being territorial about somebody that you fucked is stupid. Because it's like you act like, okay, I could see if he was a virgin and you was a virgin, you might have be in your feelings about something. But this motherfucker done fucked 50 people before he met you, and he's gonna fuck 50 after you. Why you tripping? You don't have no, you don't have no stank in his dick. He don't have none in your pussy. So I mean, y'all come together. You fucked other people. He fucked other people. Y'all come together. You fuck each other for a while. Now you gonna fuck other people. He gonna fuck other people. Why you tripping about the fact that the person he want to fuck now is somebody that you know? Why? What difference does it make? Because as you go through life, you're gonna know a whole bunch of people. As you get older, your circle grows and grows. You meet more and more people. So the chances of you meeting somebody who done fuck somebody that you know are very high, especially when you look at um the internet, because you think you're gonna know everybody that your friend screwed. She not gonna tell you. So you show up with some dude, right? You don't know that, you might not even know that she screwed him. And then you show up with this dude, and then you find out that they had a fling, a year or two or so, 5 years ago. What you gonna do? You gonna break up with him because your friend fucked him? Hell no. Because it's like, that was then, this is now. That don't have shit to do with me. That's my motto. I could give less than a fuck. Because if it was so great and between the two of you, then it would have worked out. That don't have nothing to do with me. Because just like he fucked somebody else, like I said, he gonna fuck somebody else, you gonna fuck somebody else. Why you still tripping about what some dick that you used to fuck does now? What is that all about? What, have you still got feelings for dude? You think you gonna get back together? You think you still like him? You think he still likes you? I mean, what is this? I see, that's the part I don't get. You don't share boyfriends. It's not like he ain't your boyfriend no more. You're not sharing. That is somebody that you used to screw. See, don't think of him as anything that you have a connection to. That's the mistake I think a lot of these women are making. Well, that's quote my ex. Okay, well, so what? This couch was somebody's couch too. That's sitting out there. You know what I mean? It's like, so you're gonna still say, well, you can't have that couch because I used to sit on that couch and watch movies. I used to take naps on that couch. That was my couch. It was in my house, and I bought it from the furniture store and brought it to my house. It's my couch, even though you threw the couch out, right? You don't want the couch no more. The couch don't meet your needs. Why are you tripping about who else has the couch? I know my mindset is different, and I understand that. But see, that's why y'all be in situations and I don't. Because you see, when you think that you have some tie to a nigga just because you fucked him, and you think that you still have feelings and stuff, and you make the mistake of letting him know that shit, see, you set yourself up to be gamed on. Nobody be gaming on Deb. If anybody gonna be doing some gaming, it's gonna be me. So you guys, you just wear your sleeves, your feelings on your sleeves, so niggas can read you like a book. And then here they come a few months later. Oh, I've been thinking about you. I've been missing you. See, that's what you're looking for. That's what you're waiting for. That's why you don't want him to be with your friend, because you're scared he might find something better over there, then he won't come back to you. That's what you're thinking about. You don't want to admit it, but that's what you're thinking about. You want to still have a chance to get back with him. And I keep telling y'all, it's just like my video. You see the picture? I have a video with a dead rose on the front. Listen to that about exes. And that's a lesson I learned from my father. Once some shit don't start smelling like shit, what he said, once roses start smelling like shit, they don't never go back to smelling like roses. So you sitting up there thinking about some man and how he might come back to you and you still have feelings and your friend should honor your feelings for some ridiculous fucktard that you used to deal with. See, you doing too much. Nobody owes you shit like that. You're done with the nigga and he's done with you. Okay? Accept it. Move on. Stop hanging on to residual feelings about nothing. He don't want you. You don't want him. The shit is over. Okay, so you don't have any reason to have all these feelings about who he's fucking. It's just ridiculous. But they don't move on. See, that's the thing. And that's why too many of them, they're like, well, I like to call my exes and see how they doing. I delete my exes out my phone. That's what I do. I'm not trying to have them. Then don't call me either. Because if they call me, they get their feelings hurt. One of my exes called me. Oh, I just called to see what you was doing. This was a couple of years ago. I think I talked about it on Blog Talk. He called me. He's like, oh, I called to see what you're doing. I'm like, what? You're not dead? And he said, what are you talking about? I said, I had a dream that your ass had died and I was so happy. And he was so insulted. He hung up. I was laughing my ass off. But it's like, that's what you get. Don't call me. Okay, we're done. It's a wrap. Another one of my exes, I saw his ass on the street. I tried to run his ass down with my car. Why? Because I was 19 and silly. I wouldn't do that now because it would damage my vehicle. It'd be like thousands of dollars worth of repairs I'd have to pay. And I'm not doing that. But at the time I was 19 and still way more hot headed than I am now. I still have a bad temper. But I gunned that engine. I tried to run that motherfucker over at 7th and Market in San Francisco. I'll never forget it. I saw him from 2 blocks away. I was like, ooh, that's that nigga. I gunned my car and he saw me. He turned and he saw me and he jumped up on the curb, like a girl screaming, like a little bitch. And I was like, I know it's hilarious now, but at the time I was out for blood because I was like, this nigga here. Because we broke up because he tried to do some shit at his mother's house, like twisted my arm or some shit. I beat it. I kicked that nigga down the stairs at his own mother's house. And he was bleeding all kinds of fucked up because over in the Ingleside, you guys know them houses where they have like you go through the gate and they have a walkway, right? And then you go up the stairs to get in the house. So those stairs were like stone. All of you who live in the San Francisco area know what I'm talking about. I kicked that motherfucker down those stairs. You don't be trying to twist my arm. And right in front of his mother too. And she was screaming. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Your son hurt me, and that's what he gets. And he was laying there all cut up and fucked up, and I just stepped over and walked out the door. So that was the next time I saw him at 7th and Market Street. I tried to kill his ass. But I'm just saying, I know I have a terrible temper. I am very violent, and I tell people, do not fuck with me. I'm very peaceful. As you guys see, I have a great sense of humor. I'm funny. I'll laugh with you, honey. We have a good old time drinking and talking shit. But as soon as you try to fuck over me, I'm gonna make sure that your ass pays for that. So for me, that is a person like me. When I'm done with somebody, I have to be done with them. Okay, because if I was like y'all that had all these feelings about somebody some ex and shit, I would have been underneath the prison because I would have killed a couple of folks by now. So I've learned that about myself. I've known that about myself. And the part of me, uh, I just don't give a fuck. It's just like, you're part of the past, whether you're male or female, you're part of my past, and that's great. It's lovely. We got great memories. It was magical, all that shit. But it's over, it's done, it's a wrap, and you're over there somewhere, and I'm over here doing my new thing. And you guys, I was like, you guys, I listened to everything that you had to say, and I was analyzing it. I didn't come down too hard on anybody. I tried to explain to you why your thinking was faulty and how your thinking is going to get you into trouble. So you cannot be worried about what that nigga did and what that nigga's doing now and who that nigga's doing it with. Don't worry about that. Because just like he's done with you, he going to be done with her too. Okay. So you don't get in your feelings about who the nigga that you used to fuck is fucking. Stop doing that. This damn phone. Why don't I remember to turn my phone off? It just really it disturbs me because see, while you guys are stuck on all the stuff about the past dude, you're not focusing on yourself. You're not focusing on what you need to do. You too busy worried about what he's doing. See, and if you can't do that because every second that you spend worrying about, he's fucking my friend and we can't be friends with her no more and all that old high school shit. It's like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I'm telling you, what you're doing is you're playing yourself because you're letting him see that he still has a tie to you, he still has a connection to you, and he still has power over you. And that's the part that y'all don't get. You got to cut niggas off emotionally completely where you don't give a fuck what they do and let them know you don't give a fuck. But you guys, you keep this hanging on. And it's like, yeah, the being friends with the ex too. You got lost in the dick sauce. You never do that. Like I told you, each dick is better than the last. And I'm still on that quest to find the best. I will probably not stop until I'm too old to get dick. Okay, what if she's really close friend though? I would be more mad at her than him. Why? See, you're looking at, like I said, you still have ties to him because you're still feeling territorial and possessive about that dick. What you have to understand is because the two of you didn't work out, that doesn't mean that he's not her soulmate. Okay, you supposed to be the friend. You supposed to want your friend to be happy. So if your friend could be happy with some shit that you wasn't happy with, why would you hate on her for that? See, that's what I'm saying. You guys, you think about this wrong. You can think about, well, that's mine and you can't have it. That was my toy. I played with that toy first. That was my toy and you can't play with my toy because you're my friend. It's that same mentality where people have where, you got a friend, right? You in grade school and you got a friend and your friend wants to be friends with somebody else and you get a fucked up attitude because you feel like that's your friend and your friend can't be friends with nobody else because that's your friend. It's the same mentality. You're just in a big body now. That's it. You got that same mindset as a 7-year-old thinking about, you that used to be your friend. They used to be your dick. You don't own the dick. Like I said, where has the dick been before you got it? Think about that. You think all the women give a fuck that you was fucking this nigga? And I'm sure you knew some of them too. You might not know that you know them, but I know you do. Because the world is too small. Especially, in these neighborhoods. People be fucking everybody. Everybody know everybody. Because, niggas don't get on planes and shit. They don't get like out of state pussy and out of state and out of the country dick. Everybody want to get somebody that's close by. And this is another aspect of that too. Let's talk about this part. Them little apps y'all got where you be swiping and it's like for a general vicinity, right? Because you get like by zip code or city or something, right? So you swipe, like. Your friends are on the same things. Your friends on Tinder and whatever these other things are too, right? Y'all swipe it, swipe it, swipe it. Don't you think that at some point you guys are gonna like the same dude? Do you think that your friend's gonna tell you every dude that she goes out with and every dude that she fucks? Don't you think that at some point, and you all doing all of this here, and for you single, right, for a couple of years, you swipe it, swipe it, swipe it, swipe it, going out, deep to meeting them, fucking them, and then you swipe it, swipe it. Okay, don't you think that at some point there's going to be some crossover? Did you ever think about that? Because you in the same zip code, right? You in the same city. You in the same. You swipe, 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 like, swipe, don't like. Okay, you doing that for a year or two. You gonna come across the same. Y'all gonna be fucking the same people. That's just how it is. You got to also think about this too. You got to think about the fact that you guys are friends, right? So there's gonna be some kind of thing where you guys have similar taste. Right, because you have similar hobbies, you have similar interests, you have similar outlooks. There's going to be some crossover, so that's another possibility. Yeah, you could use another zip code, but how many people do that? Because they don't, they want somebody who's close by. We're trying to travel to get dick. My rule is if the dick is not within 10 minutes of reach, I'm not. It's too far. I'm just like, when I call you, you better be here in 10 minutes, 15 max. That's allowing for traffic. Other than that, you're geographically undesirable. People like San Jose and Sacramento and, all over there, Stockton and stuff. See, that's too far away. I can't do that. Plus, Stockton is too fucking hot, and so is Sacramento. Well, so is San Jose. It's too hot. I can't be doing down there. I used to date a dude that lived, the engineer. He was a very nice guy, but he lived in Palo Alto, and at the time I lived in San Francisco. And he would buy my gas and stuff. I'd go down there and spend a weekend with him and everything. But child, in the summertime, that motherfucker didn't have no AC up in his house. It was hot as Hades in there. I'm like, dude, I can't do this no more. One day we was there, it was like 100 and something degrees. I'm like, I'm out, deuces. That was it. We broke up because of the heat. Well, actually, that was the same. Okay, that was the same weekend we went to this Chinese restaurant, and I told that fool, okay, see, Bama niggas, I should have known better. He was very smart, and very educated, but just not sophisticated. So he's like, well, what kind of food you like? I said, oh, I like Sichuan Chinese. He's like, what's that? I said, I found a restaurant in Palo Alto, this nice Sichuan restaurant, right? So we go to the restaurant, and they have it like halfway dark. It's like romantic and shit. Thank you. Somebody has just donated $5 to the channel. Thank. So this nigga, we go to the restaurant, right? And I told him Sichuan food is very hot. He's like, "Oh, I love spicy food." I said, "Okay, well, sometimes they put them whole peppers in the food, right?" I said, "Don't eat those peppers. Just push them to the side because the food is already seasoned with the peppers." This nigga going, well, and so I'm just sitting there looking at him, and he's sitting across on the table. He took a big old scoop and ate one of those peppers. Let me tell you about that. And this is a true story. This motherfucker jumps up in the restaurant. Why is my dating life so stupid? He jumps up in the restaurant and starts running around the restaurant, fanning his mouth like this. I was like, and all the people in the, because we the only black folks up in the restaurant. Palo Alto is very white and rich. That's what Stanford University is for those of you who don't live in this area. It's very she. And like I said, he was working down there. He was making big money and everything, but he just was not very sophisticated. And so he's running around the restaurant like an idiot. And then he comes back to the table. He drinks water. I'm like, don't drink water. That's going to make it worse. And then I didn't die of embarrassment. I was rolling. I didn't have good sense. I still don't have good sense. I thought the shit was hilarious. It's like he's running around and I'm on the floor laughing. So it was just one of that. I'm telling you. And this is a true story. This actually happened. And so then the next weekend, that weekend, that was like Saturday night or whatever. And the next day it was like, it was just too hot. And he was getting on my nerves. And so we broke up. But that was that. But anyway, as of my sidetrack, I always got some sidetrack story from my crazy memories. This girl code thing about, there's a lot of girl codes. In this one, there's two different versions of it. One is you never date a friend's ex, period. The other one is you never date a friend's ex without permission. The same thing as like dating a friend's brother or, something like that, unless you have permission. And these are all codes that, women have, all these rules that they have to monitor other women's behavior. I do what the fuck I want to do. Now, if your brother want to date me and I want to date your brother and we want to fuck, we're grown people. Okay. We don't need your permission, your buy-in, your okay. Likewise, nobody's going to come whining. Yeah, I'm telling you, permission. What am I, 12? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. These are grown individuals. They're going to do what they want to do. Now, what you can do is put up a boundary. I'm very good with the boundaries. And you say, well, it's fine you don't want to date, but make sure that you don't bring any of your problems to me. Deal? They'll sell deal. And then that'll be that. Okay. Is it girl code violation to share notes on a dude, or should she be left out to find out about dude on her own? I'm gonna say this, Tisha. If y'all been friends, you probably been talking about him. Okay, wait, let me rewind. Because there's different levels of involvement, okay? Because you could have, a quote guy that you dated for, a month or two, right? Or you could have somebody that you dated for a couple of years. It's gonna be different. Your level of involvement is gonna be very different. So I'm sure though that, at some point, because this is your quote, a friend of yours, it doesn't necessarily have to be best friend, but a friend of yours, at some point you two talked about, some issues with this relationship, because that's what women do. We get together, we have drinks. This motherfucker. Let me tell you about this motherfucker. Or, girl, he did. Ooh, honey, yeah. You know what I mean? We talk. That's what we do. So she would have at least some scoop on dude. Or if he's violent, well, let me just say this: if he's violent and that's why you broke up with him, chances are she knows that too. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, who keeps this kind of stuff secret from a friend? Um, And yeah, if you have somebody that you just, really started really kicking it with, and it was a lightweight little, fling thing, then you may not have even talked to her about it. She may not even know dude's name. She may know nothing about him. In which case you just do this. You don't need to tell her, you know. I wouldn't, because the relationship that I had with him is not going to be the relationship that you had with him. I've known dudes who, I mean, they didn't date me, but they dated friends, people that I knew, acquaintances, whatever. And I remember this one dude, he was just like a jerk with this one girl. She tried to do everything for him. She was just basically kissing his ass, and he treated her like dirt. Then he met another friend of mine. These two friends weren't, yeah, I mean, they knew each other, but not really, not that well. They knew each other through me, kind of thing. So he met another friend of mine at a party. I had a domino and card party at my house, and he came and he met her. Oh my God. Actually ended up getting married. He treated her like a queen from day one. He was polite and respect. I was like, I hardly recognized the dude from the way that he was with this woman and the shit that she allowed him to do versus the way that he treated this other woman. She wasn't taking none of his shit. And it, like I said, then he manned up and he married her. So I'm just, from that, I noticed, and I was, in my early 20s when that happened. The relationship that one person has with a person is not going to be the one that he might have with someone else. So for you to say, well, this and this, and he's like this and this and that, that might not be the case. He might have just been like that with you. Yeah, because you two weren't made for each other. You two were not meant to be together. You weren't meant to be an item. So stop hating on the person that he might be really good with. I remember, you guys remember Susan Lucci from All My Children? The chick, what Erica Kane, I think was her name, that she starred in. Okay, when she was at her engagement party, she was a college senior. She was at her engagement party, getting engaged to some one dude, right? Her parents, so this guy comes because he's a friend of the groom and the groom's family, and everything. So he knew people. He shows up at the engagement party. She's sitting at the table talking to him, and she realized in that moment that she was with the wrong man. She breaks up with the groom to be, got with dude, and they've been together like 50 years because that was her man. Now, see, what if her ex had been grudgeful and tried to keep her from being with dude? See, that's what I mean. You don't know, just because somebody's one way with you, that don't mean that that's the way that they are with everybody. You can't be, trying to hate on people and control what they do like that. Just let it go. Let them go. She 1,000 years old. No, she's only 70. She's, I don't know, maybe 72 or something by now. But yeah, she still looks good, especially considering that she's white, because they age different than black people do because their skin is so pale. But I never forgot that story. She accepts what I never could. Well, there you go. And that's what I mean. I mean, that might be, the right woman for him. I don't know. I just really, and I don't try to be friends with my exes either. So y'all be trying to do that too. Try to be friends with your exes and get your feelings all mixed up with, you can't move on until you got to give some time. Now, one of my exes, and I was with him for a while, he's a mechanic. We still talk. And when I need something, usually I pay for it, but every once in a while, something really, kind of weird, I'm going with my car, and I'll call him. And, if he has time, I'll drive my car over to his place. He'll take a look at it. He'll fix it or tell me what I need to do, kind of thing. So we have a relationship that's respectful. He's married to somebody. I don't trip on that kind of stuff. And, evidently his wife's not tripping on me. And so it works out fine. And I don't overdo my involvement with him. I don't be calling him just to chit chat and stuff. I call his ass when I need something specific about my car. And then when I don't need him about my car, we do not talk. And that's how that is. So we are not friends. We're just, I don't know what you call that. Of respectful acquaintances. I don't know. But the rest of my exes, if I see them, Imma try to run them down with my car. Why? Not because 'cause I'm mad or anything, just for GP, just because they need to be run down with their car with my car. Um, yeah, pretend all your exes are dead. Exactly. 'cause, like, they have no influence over me, none at all. It's like, actually, when I see them out sometimes, because the Oakland area, people it's not a big area, Oakland, San Francisco. So, I mean, once a year, every 2 years or something, I'll run into one of them, and then they'd be, like, all excited, all smiles and stuff, and I just be looking at them like this, like, "Surely you don't think I'm happy to see your tired, funky, ridiculous ass." And then they'd be like, "Oh, hi, how have you been?" I was like, "I was really great until I saw you." "Oh, why you got to be," they always laugh because they think I'm kidding. The way I say shit, people think that I'm joking. I'm serious as a heart attack. I was doing really well until I laid eyes on you. And then they'd be like, "Oh, you wrong for that. Why you got to be like that? See, it's been all the time and you still act like that." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Well, can I get you a drink?" "Sure." "Yeah, your funky ass need to spend some money on me." I don't know. I admit that I'm a terrible person. I admit it. It's no problem. One of my little cousins told me, "You're gonna go to hell." I said, "So?" Why is that? What, I'm supposed to be worried about that? That's where all the fun people are. It's gonna be Tupac and Biggie and James Brown, all of them gonna be down there. And then we're gonna be having a party. And all y'all been having, all you're gonna be doing is eating gumdrops and playing what that flute thing and to be bored out your mind. The party's gonna be in hell. I don't worry about that. I know that kind of stuff. I don't think about that. I'm just saying. So this girl code thing, we'll talk about some more of these girl code issues at another time. But I think worrying about any part of the girl code in my mind that has to do with women preserving, like putting a cocoon around a woman so that she can continue to waste her time being tied to some knucklehead should be that straight violate that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. She does don't even get her in that trick bag. Don't let her do that to herself. Bust that shit out. So it's like, she want to be stupid and having all these feelings about some knucklehead. You can do it, but don't expect me to participate in it because I'm gonna do what I want to do, and you just gonna have to deal with the emotional repercussions of it because you need a reality check. You sitting up there trying to, be all thinking somebody's gonna protect your feelings while you waste your time, still hanging on and dreaming about and wishing for some shit that already blew up in your face. I'm not gonna condone it. See, that's some codependent bullshit. And they call it the girl code. No, it's codependency. That's what that is. You're protecting somebody from reality. They need to face reality. That shit is over. Okay, so if he fucks your friend, your mama, whoever he fucks, it's not your business. It's not your concern. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who gumdrops or grandma candy. Well, I don't know. I couldn't think. I don't really eat candy, so I couldn't really think of any candy right now. That was the latest thing I saw, and when I was in line at the store the other day, they had some dots, something called dots. So that's what popped in my mind. But whatever it is, Snicker. It could be Snickers, but I don't know. Whatever. But just don't. You got to think about this, you guys. While you're thinking that you're adhering to this girl code, what are you really doing? Okay, think about it. I'm a proponent of well, he better not fuck him. Well, what if your mama wants to fuck him? What you gonna do about that? Nothing, because she gonna do what she want to do because she grown. But just really think about what it is, the policies that you have in your head, and what the repercussions are, what these things really mean. Who told you that this is what you should do? And why is that being handled that way? You're trying to protect your friend's quote relationship with the man that she's not with anymore. What is that about? She needs to move on from that shit. And the sooner that bubble is burst and the sooner that she moves on from it, the more she can get back to her life. She can do the healing that's necessary. She can close the doors that are necessary and she can move on to a relationship that actually will have the possibility of making her happy on a long-term basis. That ain't it. That's already been proven that that's not it. So, to sit there and continue to focus on him and what might have, could have, should have, would have, maybe, possibly in the future could happen, blah 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 blah, and feeling like that you're in the way of that happening. So that's why she's jealous, she's possessive, she's being territorial about some shit that she is not even with anymore. Don't let her do that. Don't let her do it. Well, people do assume that people think like them, and a lot of women do think like that, though. That's how the girl code came into existence. I mean, my girl code has to do with other things that I think are way more important about how women relate to each other, about their safety, their health, their goals, um, their ambition, their support system while they try to achieve these goals and ambitions. See, my girl codes arrive around that. I have no girl codes when it comes to niggas. There's nothing. I'm not going to tell you to waste none of your time about a nigga after a relationship has ended. Okay, that shit is over. Let's not give that any more energy, power, thought, nothing. Let's move on. Okay, so this whole thing, um, I don't know. I guess I've pretty much finished everything I got to say about it, but um, providing support to your friends and being a shoulder to cry on, and um, if they got their back up against the wall and there's three or four y'all can help, pitch in and save your girl. You do that. That's girl code to me. But you start talking about some shit about some nigga. I'm like, what? What the hell? No, not even. Don't waste your time. Now tomorrow, um, we are tomorrow is okay. I'm doing okay. Usually I come on Wednesdays, right, for the scheduled chat. It's not gonna be Wednesday because I need to do what about girl code with other races? They don't seem to have girl code with black women. What do they need to have girl code with black women for? Shit. Okay, and yeah, no niggas in the codes. Thank you. Lucky, lovely, lucky lady wins the dishwasher. Yeah, just eliminate that, you know. Well, that might be, but why are you worried about that? I mean, you know what I mean? That's like some shit that you don't even need to be thinking about. Thinking about what you're doing for yourself. Stop worrying about what white girls do. What you doing? What are you doing? Worry about yourself. Okay? All that energy you just spent into thinking about that shit, you should have been thinking about yourself. Don't worry about that. That don't have nothing to do with you. What they do with their friends and their family and all that stuff, that don't have nothing to do with you. um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, tomorrow. Okay, so Wednesday I want to do. I'm got something else to do, so I'm not going to be here on Wednesday. So I'm going to do the Wednesday talk tomorrow. Excuse me, so I'm running my mouth too much. Hold on, California wine. So tomorrow, what I want to talk about, I'm gonna pick up with where I started the other day when internet went out or YouTube took me out. We really don't know what happened, but I was in the middle of my role talking about them trannies. So we're gonna pick that up again tomorrow. And we're going to talk about this turfness, cisness, this whole transgender push. I'm going to talk about their fucked up attitudes about women. I'm going to talk about how they try to call themselves being triggered because you say real women or call them a him. Oh, I'm going to be going so in. So I hope that you all are ready. I hope my moderators can come because I anticipate it's going to be a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Um, and I'm gonna need help moderating the nonsense because I hope all three of y'all can be here because I anticipate it's gonna be a whole bunch of upset people. You know, you guys ready? We might make everybody a moderator tomorrow. Shit, fuck it. But I have a lot. Okay, well, my girl Tisha, that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be on, girl. Be ready because they get upset. And I have a lot to say on this topic, and I really want women, y'all got to understand this is a fucking war. Okay, you are at war. You cannot sit by and let this continue to happen. Every time there's a new uh some new push, a legal push to take your rights away, we need to rise the fuck up in mass and fight it. Women haven't been doing it. There's a lot of fear involved because, everybody's so afraid of being called transphobic. Fuck transphobic. Yeah, so what? So you transphobic. Well, how does that change your life? How does that change your money? How does that do anything to you? Why are you afraid of being called that? See, that's my thing. Let me get a fucking t-shirt and a hat that says transphobic on it. Because it really doesn't mean anything. It's nobody's afraid of a tranny. What we are is disgusted because it's like you delusional and you fucked up in the head. So it's like you crazy. That's why. So it's like nobody's like afraid of you. You're a nut. That's all. And people are calling you that. And so you're going to upset. But I'm going to talk about these men and what their real motivation is, because 90% of them fall under this one category. And you think that is they want to talk about that they were born in this way. I mean, it's probably going to be about 2 hours, so just be ready. I got a lot to say on this subject, and that's something I've been thinking about for a couple of months. So I have a lot of angles to cover. I hope you can be here. That is tomorrow, Tuesday, the 12th of June. Be here at 6 p.m. sharp. That's 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I may even start a few minutes early, but I think I'm gonna try to, get my thoughts together um, and get this, thing going at 6 o'clock. So we'll be on for at least an hour and a half and possibly longer. So, spread the word. We can get as many ladies in here as possible. And we got to figure out how we're going to organize to fight this shit, because this is, like I said, now is useless. We might need to come up with some Black women's organization or something else. There has to be something else that where we can, organize and fight this shit in a political way, because I'm not really that politically astute, but I think it's about time that I get that way. And because this shit is real. This shit is real. And this shit is going to affect our daughters and our granddaughters, our nieces, our little girl cousins, everybody, all the women behind us are going to be impacted by this bullshit. So it's up to us to stop it. We got to stop it in its tracks before this goes too far. Oh, they could flag my channel. They could do that if they want to. They've done that before. All the MGTOW people have done it, but nothing I'm saying is violating the community standards. See, that's the key. You have to not violate the YouTube community standards. Talking about the political impact of this behavior is not a violation of YouTube community standards. Honey, trust me, my legal background, I know what I'm doing. I stopped just short of the line. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about me. We don't spread fear here, okay? Spread strength, because I never think about that kind of stuff. I'm gonna do everything I can to. I do what I do to protect you guys and the little girls coming after us. All right. So we gotta know. Yeah, Of course, I have all the bases covered, girl. I studied them community standards like it was a fucking book. Like I was taking a. Wow, somebody just donated $20. Go ahead, girl. So she must see, she know I need some more wine. My wine is getting low. So thank you all for coming in tonight, and I do spread the word about tomorrow, because it's not going to be Wednesday. I don't know how to tell people, but I've got to do something on Wednesday night, so we're going to be here tomorrow, and we're about to go in, and I want you guys to really think about what you can do after I give you some ideas what we can do. To organize to fight this shit, because this is ridiculous. All right. They're organized very well. So we have to do something on our end. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow.